Hi everyone, and welcome to Shlime Reviews. I'm Shlime, and in this video, I will be doing my part 2 of my Peachybbies review of this year. But first, if you're new to my channel, I want to again say welcome. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and comment if you enjoy this content. And now for our Shlime fam shoutouts. There are two of you, Hamsters Care for Pros and Kyle Wood. Thank you so much for all your support, and if you'd like a shout out like this, comment down below #ShlimeFam. And with that, let's get into this review. I do want to start off with saying that if you want to see part 1 of my Peachybbies review, I will have a link in my description below. It includes 4 other slimes that I review from Peachybbies, along with the package opening. I also sincerely apologize that part 2 took so long to get out. I appreciate all of your patience, and I am very excited to share the rest of the slimes that I did get from Peachybbies. The 4 slimes reviewed in this video are Rose Therapy Butter, Hot Cheetos, Frozen Honey Jelly, and Sugar Cookie Ice Cream Sandwich, which is a do-it-yourself slime. And just as a reminder, I do save the ASMR till the end of the video, but feel free to use the chapters to skip around as you'd like. And with that, let's open these slimes. The first slime we're going to look at is Rose Therapy Butter. The price listed for this slime is $13.50 for a 7-ounce size. This slime is described as being a soft, holdable, and spreadable butter slime. This shop also listed that this slime creates a sort of a whipped texture and is good for beginners. This is also scented as rose water and warm vanilla. The add-ins were listed as sprinkles and glitter. Right off the bat, I love the shades of pink in this. It looks as if there's a light pink at the top of this slime and a darker shade at the bottom. I'm unsure if that was intentional, as it wasn't described in their listing, but I thought it was cool, and this smells so strong yet good. It's a unique blend of rose water and warm vanilla, so it's possible some might not like this scent because it's very florally, but I found the blend to be so relaxing. It's definitely one of my top favorite scents from the order. When I first went to poke this slime, I could tell it was a thick, buttery texture. It wasn't at all wet or sticky. It's so soft and easy to stretch. This was also spreadable and holdable like it stated in the listing, which is definitely good for any beginner slimer. When I pulled the slime out of the container, I saw pink sprinkles at the bottom along with star Fimo slices and small iridescent glitters. None of the add-ins fell out while playing with the slime too, which is great. It was also fun to mix the 2 different pink shades together. And when fully mixed, becomes a beautiful bright pink that reminds me of bubblegum. This texture is capable of making some bubble pops, and I can't get over how easy and fun this is to spread. When inflated, this is so sizzly, and it's not at all tacky, which is great. I am just so addicted to all the sizzles and crackles this makes the more it is fluffed up, and this does inflate a great amount and overall deflates well too, but you might still need a spare container afterward for extra slime. And after having this sit around for a couple weeks, this slime is aging very well. It's not at all sticky, wet, or stiff. I love everything about this slime and highly recommend it to anyone who enjoys a good holdable texture, especially if you're a beginner slimer. It's very clean to play with and perfect for traveling. This slime is a top favorite slime of mine from this shop. So for Rose Therapy Butter, that is a beautiful 10 out of 10 slime. The next slime we're going to look at is Hot Cheetos. The price listed for this is $13.50 for a 7-ounce size. This slime is listed as being a snow fizz texture, and it is scented as Cheetos. The theme is of course around Hot Cheetos, and I'm seriously in love with this vibrant red color. It's so gorgeous, and I also love that they added what looks like red and what I believe to be orange clay crumble on the top of this slime, making it look like Cheeto crumbs. I thought that was a super cute touch to add to this. I also love the scent. It's very strong and cheesy. Definitely reminds me of Cheetos. The aesthetic of this slime for the theme is just on point. When I went to poke this, it was so crunchy from all the plastic snow. The look of the bright red color with the plastic snow is just a great and creative way to resemble Cheetos. Although since this is a Hot Cheetos theme, I thought they would have added some spicy kick to the scent so that the scent wasn't more like the original Cheetos, but that's just my opinion and just me being a little bit picky. This texture would tear at first when I started trying to fluff this up, and that can be common with textures like this. But I also noticed that the slime wanted to leave little bits of red all over my hands. It was difficult to not have slime on my hands while playing with this, and that could be due to the type of dye used to color this slime. Either way, this texture makes some loud bubble pops, and the more this is fluffed up, the easier it is to stretch. You do get a sort of crispy sound from this texture, and I do believe that's from the plastic snow being in a clear slime base, and I just really love that part. There was no plastic snow fallout, which was awesome, and this wasn't rough on my hands either. This texture is so squishy when it's fluffed up, and it also becomes clicky with light crackles. The more this is inflated too, the tackier this does get, unfortunately. It was constantly leaving slime all over my hands and table, which was not easy to clean off afterward. It took a long time to get off of my hands and table. This was also difficult to manage at times, even with activator, and honestly, I think the activator just made the texture tear without removing the stickiness that I was feeling. This definitely had to be stretched slowly at the end of playing with this because of that. This does inflate a good amount and overall deflates easily too. You might still need a spare container for some extra slime afterward, and after having this sit around for a couple weeks, the slime is aging well for it being a clear base slime. It hasn't changed much and is basically the same as what you see here. I just wished it wouldn't stick slime to my hands and table as much as it does. Sadly, this isn't a slime I recommend just because it was difficult to manage and to clean up afterward. I was sadly disappointed with this slime. So for Hot Cheetos, the theme, scent, and ASMR were all amazing for this slime, but this texture overall wasn't very fun to me because it left more of a mess than anything else in my opinion. I do unfortunately have to fault this slime for the excessive tackiness, so this is gonna get a 6 out of 10 slime. The next slime we're going to look at is Frozen Honey Jelly. The price listed for this is $13.50 for a 7-ounce size. This is listed as being a jelly slime that is unscented, and the add-ins are honeycomb sprinkle mix. So the theme for this is around a frozen honey jelly, which I thought was made up, but is in fact a way to make a delicious frozen honey treat. The add-ins were already included in the slime, and I could see the adorable mixture at the bottom of the container. There were honeycomb and beefimo slices that came in 2 different sizes, along with yellow sprinkles and what I believe to be dry clay crumble. Seriously too cute with the add-ins, and they included so many in this slime. I just love it. I also love the color. It's a stunning golden color that reminds me of honey. When I first went to poke this slime, it felt like a perfectly activated thick jelly slime and stretches very easily. I love the amount of instant snow added to this because the aesthetic of it is gorgeous and it looks just all nice and chilly. When I pulled the slime out of the container, it did stick to me a tiny bit, but with a little activator, it wasn't a problem at all. This texture creates awesome finger pokes and loud bubble pops. I love how many add-ins there are in this slime because as you play with it, you can really see everything. When the slime is inflated, it becomes a bright yellow color, which is a cool change. The add-ins pop off of that color even more, making them more obvious. And I just love that they don't become hidden in the slime at all. This jelly slime is too adorable for that reason. It is just such an amazing thick jelly slime. This doesn't really become tacky with inflation too. It's very, very minimal. Most jelly slimes become tacky when they are inflated, so this is simply amazing. The more this is fluffed up, it becomes more clicky and creates light crackles. I can't stop saying how in love I am with this slime. I just love all of the pops and just how inflatable it is. The bubble pops can get loud, but they're mostly clicky and crackly. My only tiny complaint is that because the slime is so on point with honey, I really wish this was scented as a delicious honey blend. Because this is unfortunately unscented, but it is truly unscented because I do not smell anything at all. I'm just being picky and I wanted this to smell like a yummy honey scent because it looks like a beautiful honey slime. This texture inflates a lot, so you will definitely need a spare container afterward for the extra slime. And after having this sit around for a couple weeks, this is aging very well for a jelly slime. It was still very thick and only very slightly sticky, and with some activator, it was good as new. I do recommend this slime, but to someone with a bit of experience, as eventually this will melt down significantly in time and will need some proper care. But so far so good with this slime. I love it, and this is definitely a top favorite slime of mine. So for frozen honey jelly, that is a beautiful 10 out of 10 slime. The last slime we're going to look at in this review is Sugar Cookie Ice Cream Sandwich, which is a do-it-yourself slime. The price listed for this is $16.50, and this comes with a 7-ounce slime along with a clay cookie. This slime is described as a thick cloud dough base, and it is scented as sweet sugar cookie. The 7-ounce base was so cool, it was layered as a light tan at the bottom and white at the top. The very bottom of the slime also has a bunch of colorful sprinkles. The clay cookie also came in a deli container, which is nifty for any extra slime you might have afterward. The clay cookie looked so cute, it also had even more colorful sprinkles on top of that. This is supposed to be the top of the ice cream sandwich cookie, and I think this idea is seriously too adorable. I did decide to take the slime fully out of the container before fully mixing, as I wanted to hold the completed ice cream sandwich slime in my hand before mixing it together, and the base is also holdable. I could tell it was definitely going to be a dense cloud cream sort of texture. The slime did have a slight wetness to it, but it wasn't bad and can be common with textures like this. And when I got out the clay cookie piece, I noticed that it was slightly smaller than the slime, but I understand it can't be completely alike, and it's still very cute when on top, but you can just notice that little difference in the sizes. This was so easy, smooth, and fun to mix together. The clay piece was so soft and mixes into the slime very well, and it lasted for a good amount of time before becoming a light tan color. This has such an easy stretch, and when stretching, I could tell that this texture definitely has a drizzle to it. The scent is also so light and yummy. I love how relaxing the scent and texture are together. This slime is spreadable, very holdable, and perfect for beginners. This is overall a quiet slime as there's no sizzles, pops, or pokes. I love slimes like this because they age very nicely and don't typically require a lot of maintenance. This does leave a lot of instant snow residue on my hands and table, which can be common with textures like this. And this is not something that I mind, it's just something to point out. This texture is dense and crumbly and definitely has a doughy feel to it, yet I love that this can also create a light drizzle. This dense and crumbly, drizzly dough texture is not something I've really had before from a shop, but I'm really in love with. It's so fun to make the light drizzles, and it feels so fluffy afterward before becoming doughy again. It's just so fun to play with, and the fact that this is so soft and spreadable too is just that much more amazing. It's just so stinking fun. This does not inflate, but because there was extra clay added to the slime, there's still extra slime left afterward. Luckily, the clay piece did arrive in a deli container, so you won't need a spare container for afterward. I am also so surprised that none of the colorful sprinkles fell out of the texture. There was zero fallout with the add-ins. I love seeing and feeling all of the sprinkles in this texture. They added a great amount to this. And after having this sit around for a couple weeks, it's aging so well. It does have a slight wet feeling to it, and that could be common with these type of textures. And when you start to play with it again, the feeling does go away, and it's seriously just so relaxing. This is just perfect for all Slimers, but again, just especially beginner Slimers. This is a top favorite slime of mine because of how fun and relaxing and unique it is. So for Sugar Cookie Ice Cream Sandwich, that is a beautiful 10 out of 10 slime. thank you so much for watching my video, and check out more of Peachybbies. I will have links down below to their Instagram and shop. Overall, I really enjoy and love Peachybbies. I'm so happy I was able to try out this shop again. I had 3 top favorite slimes in this part 2 of my review. 2 of those slimes being top favorite slimes, which is seriously so great. I definitely recommend anyone check out this shop if you haven't already. And if you have tried out this shop, leave a comment down below sharing your experience. Also, if you're curious, I'm on Instagram and TikTok, so follow me if you'd like to see Shlime and just Shlime. So yeah, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.